welcome back to another video. Doing a new series today. Yay, starting a new series. Yay. We're going to be ranking One Piece Devil Fruits. Not abilities, not hockeys, just Devil Fruits. And as you can see, this is a tier list that is going to be added on. So for this first video, I'm just going to be doing Devil Fruits up into the Alabasta saga, or to the end of Alabasta, I should say. So we got a good bit. We got 16 characters. So let's start off with it. We got our pro tag. We got Monkey D. Luffy with the Gum Gum fruit, or the Gamo Gamo no Mi. This is a paramecia fruit that gives him the ability to basically make his body rubbery, and he can do all sorts of things. Personally, I would give it a tier. It's pretty good. It is really good. Luffy uses it in hella creative ways. I will give him that. But then again, I just don't think it's that good. Also, one thing I will clarify, I am going to be ranking Gum Gum different from Nika. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and say it now. Nika is obviously going to be S. But if we're looking at the Gum Gum fruit with it just being rubber, you're not going to activate any like secret god powers or anything, I think it's A. You are immune to bullets. That is pretty good. That's really good. Next up, we have the Chop Chop fruit. This is Buggy's fruit. This allows him to basically chop his body up into many different little pieces. And he is also immune to swords. I've always liked the Chop fruit. Then again, I just like Buggy. With the Chop Chop fruit, he also uses it in some pretty cool ways. I'm specifically a big fan of its flight ability, and like I said, it also makes you immune to swords. Like you don't even have to think. Like your body will like chop itself so you don't get like hit by swords. Personally, this is a fruit I would like to have in the verse or the real world, so I'm going to give it A. Also, before I continue, forgot to clarify, I'm ranking these fruits how I ranked JoJo stands, how good they would be in real life, and how good they are in the One Piece verse. And as you can see, there is no F, but basically I'm just going to use D as F. So D, the fruits in D tier is basically going to be keep your ability to swim, don't eat these. C is going to be bad fruits, but have maybe like a few good things about them. B is going to be average fruits. A are good fruits, and S is the best. So please keep that in mind when we get to like some of the fruits down the line. So next up we have Alvida's Slip Fruit. This basically makes her where her body is completely frictionless, and I have always thought this was super mid. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a D tier because this is more of a curse. If you had this IRL, like, I get we barely see Alvida, but there's like the whole thing where it's like, if her whole body is completely frictionless, like she can't pick up things, she can't do a lot, and I'm not taking that chance. I'm gonna give it a D tier. Next up, we have our first Logia. This is Smoker's Smoke Fruit. So with Logias are interesting because your body becomes completely intangible. Like, things will go through you unless it's hockey. Now, for the One Piece verse, that it's kind of okay because, you know, you might run into some hockey, but like in real life, you know, that'd be completely busted. But with the smoke fruit in particular, it does have some pretty like big. It doesn't have counters. It just has stuff that can like fight it, such as in Alabasta when Ace and Smoker fought. It was kind of just a draw because how their fruits were interacting. So I would like to put the smoke fruit in S tier because I just like it. I do think I am going to give it an A tier. Next up, we have Mr. Five's Bomb Fruit. Now, the Bomb Fruit is back to being a paramecia. I think the bomb fruit is one of the best instances of good fruit, horrible user. Because with the bomb fruit, you can make bombs, but all Mr. Five really did was just make booger bombs and stuff. He did not use that to its fullest potential. If I had the bomb fruit, I would be moving like Bakugo, Rize, Killer Queen, Kira from JoJo's. And, I think this is just like a horrible bomb user. But we're not looking at the user, we're looking at the fruit. I'm going to give it a B tier. All right, next up we have, I think this is Miss Valentine. I'm sorry if I get like some of these names wrong, and I'm also trying to do this in chronological order by how they appear, so that might be wrong as well. But with the Kilo Kilo fruit, this is our first fruit that we seen that later down the line in Dressrosa gets, there's a better fruit. It's like the Ton fruit. So this is a devil fruit that has a much superior version of it. And just being able to increase your body by kilos, I'm gonna give it C because she does do the really cool thing where she makes her body so light that she can float. That's like the only thing I like about it. Other than that, it's pretty mid. If I'm wanting an ability to make myself heavier, I'm going to go for the Ton fruit. Next up, we have Mr. 3 and the Wax Fruit. This is a Paramecia, not a Logia. And Mr. 3 basically just does nothing but build wax constructs and traps. And that is pretty good. There's a lot you could do with wax. Maybe he even adds colored wax into the mix eventually, where he like makes like the fake Nami and like his fake like clones. It's pretty good actually, and Mr. 3, he was taking down like those giants. But do I want to give it? I'm gonna give it B. It's solid. It's definitely solid. Next up, we have our first Zoan type. It's kind of weird to think about it. This was the first Zoan technically to get shown in the verse, but this is Dalton's Ox Fruit, or it's Ox like model bison. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is the first Zoan, and honestly, I'm a fan of this. I actually really like it. I like how big he gets, and I also like the sword he uses. But with Zoan types, you get like the instincts and like feelings of the creature you can turn into. And with a bull, that would be pretty cool. Getting the strength of a bison would be hella awesome. I'm gonna give this B tier. Next up, we have Wapple and the Munch Munch fruit. Now, basically with this fruit, whatever you eat, you can change it or make something new, which could be useful in a sense because, like we see in Wapple's cover story, he basically starts a whole new business and gets control of an island. There's just a downside that you're constantly hungry, and the feeling of hungriness is something I really dislike. I don't know if that's like a hot take or anything, but I think from that alone, that would be enough for me to put it in C tier. Like if I ate a devil fruit and if I got that, I would be a little upset. Then I realized everything I could do with it. Then I'd be like, oh, this ain't that bad. Next up, we have Chopper's Human Fruit. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, Oda once said in an SBS that maybe it can make people reach enlightenment or something. I don't think that would ever be the case. I think Oda was just saying that just to say that for fun in an SBS. So we're going off the logic that this just makes you more human. D tier. Not much to say else about it. That's really it. But I mean, this is like the ideal fruit for something that isn't a human. I am a human. What would I become even more human? Next up, we have Mr. 2's Clone Fruit. Now, this is a pretty good fruit. Basically, anybody you touch with like your right hand, you can clone yourself into being them. And to get rid of it, you have to touch your face with your left hand, or it's either that or it's vice versa. A lot of potential with this fruit, and we even see this fruit come back in the Odin backstory. Like one of like the old characters in it has that, and like tricks Odin or something. This is pretty good. I'm gonna give it A because I feel like this is another. I don't think this is a bad user. I think this is just a fruit we need to see more of. Like this would be a really good like espionage fruit or like undercover. Like if you want to like do a crime in real life, this would be a really good fruit to have. Next up we have Pell's Falcon fruit. I don't know why I stopped. This is another Zoan. And I don't know if like how One Piece is still now. I haven't read in a while, but this is like one of the really rare devil fruits that allows you to fly, and you basically get the instincts of a falcon. And apparently, the falcon fruit also allows you to survive nuclear bombs, and I think that's really good. Now I want to give it S solely just for the ability to fly. But then again, looking at some of the other fruits in A tier, like, would I really want this over the smoke fruit? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in A, because now that I'm thinking about it, I would much prefer, like, smoke or chop over falcon. Yeah. Next up, we have Chaka. This is, like, the dog fruit model jackal. Nothing too crazy about it, and this is, like, a guy we barely ever got to see. Like, this guy, all he did was just get no-diff by Crocodile. I mean, I'll give it a C tier, I guess. It's not as bad as, like, the slip or human fruit. I mean, it could be kind of cool. You'd get a good sense of smell. And maybe you'd get, like, some, like, boosted attacks. Your speed would also go up, so I guess it's not bad. Next up, we have the flame fruit from Ace. This is an S tier. Flame fruit is one of the most aura devil fruits. It's really cool. Even though Ace might be a useless bum who has barely any IQ, Flame Fruit is pretty cool. You know, you could throw around big old fireballs. And I think if I was given the Flame Fruit, I think I could put in the work in the verse and in real life. I would be a demon. But that's just me. Let me know what y'all think about the Flame Fruit and Ace. Next up we have, I don't remember who this is, but we have the mole fruit. Another Zoan, and you can become a mole. I mean, moles are kind of tough. Bottles from Banjo-Kazooie is a mole. But then again, he does die at like the immediate start of the next game. And moles aren't really good at anything other than digging. I mean, you can dig really fast. I'm sure that would be helpful in like some scenarios. But then again, if I'm wanting to dig fast underground, I would just go for the swim fruit from Senior Pink. So I'm gonna give this C. Not really much to do there. Next up, we have the Wiener Dog Devil Fruit, or Dachshund, whatever you want to call it. This is a D tier. There's like many like points of this devil fruit about how like this would like destroy your back probably. And you'd probably get all sorts of back pain. And out of like every dog you could turn into, why would you want to be a wiener dog? Like, I get wiener dogs are really good, you know, top tier dog, honestly. Just not much you can do as one. Next up we have Miss Double Finger Spike Fruit. You can just make spikes appear all over your body. I mean, come on now, that's a C tier. That's like very mediocre, very mid IRL, and probably barely ever good in the verse. I mean, she is an assassin, so that is something she would do. If you had a double fruit like that, you'd basically have to be a fighter, because what else would you do with it? But I will say, Miss Doublefinger versus Nami is a peak fight. It is really good. Next up, we have Mr. One's sword fruit. I'm pretty sure it's a sword. It's a sword devil fruit. Basically, parts of his body become blades. And, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, Zora versus Mr. One is a peak fight. There's not much you can do with it. Basically, just use your arms and, like, legs as swords. I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, you could do some, like, tricks with it IRL, and, you know, you could become pretty strong in the verse if you got hockey. So I'm gonna give this B tier, not C, B. B for Bones, Daz Bones. Next up, we have Nico Robin, or Miss All Sunday's flower fruit, also known as the Hana Hana no Mi. Basically, you can sprout your limbs anywhere you can see, and eventually she trains it to where she can copy her entire self. This is really good. Do I want to give this A or S? Because you do feel the pain. Like if you sprout your arm and it gets stabbed, you feel that pain. I'm gonna give it A. If it didn't have that one little setback, I would say it's S. But yeah, Nico Robin is really good with this fruit. And the potential with this fruit IRL is literally just off the charts. You could do so much. Even the mangaka of One Piece once said if he could have a devil fruit, he would have this one. So yeah, fun little fact. Next up, we have Crocodile Sand Fruit. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a controversial take, but I'm going with A tier because I'm not gonna put it in S because I don't think it's an S tier Logia, but I do think it is I think it's on the lower scale of Logias because there's a lot you could do against sand to counter it, such as water and fire. Like if you go against a fire user, you could just get turned to glass. That would have been interesting to see. What if Ace stayed in Alabasta and fought Crocodile and just turned him into glass? And like we see in Luffy versus Crocodile, water easily counters you, turns you into little dirt or mud, or it makes you tangible. And if I want to think of Logia, I want to be intangible or have little things counter me, not like 2 or 3. And to end off the tier list, a little bit of a letdown pick. It's not Crocodile, it's Hina who has the bind fruit. She makes these little handcuff cage things that bind you together. I mean, this would be amazing if you were a cop or anything, or a marine in the verse. It's not that good, so I will give it C tier. And here we have it. All 16 Devil Fruit users from the East Blue to Alabasta ranked. Let me know whose Devil Fruits is your favorite from this list, and let me know what you guys think about the tier list so far. And if you want to see part 2, which is probably going to be Sky P and Water 7, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will see you all in the next one.